It's tea time.
It is tea time, ladies and gentlemen.
Catching strays. Catching strays, as you were. Okay, I'm not even pretend like I'm going to pronounce this.
Well, you can just say the letters of the first one.
BHYJ.
Baohongyinji is
Cool.
what the brand is.
Yeah.
We're having the 2014 Bohetang, which is a very fancy pants region. It's known for supposedly having this kind of minty taste. This is very expensive tea. Wow, those leaves look impressively big.
Yeah.
So one of those teas that we'd expect to be quite pricey for kind of regional reasons. And this was sent to me a while ago, last year, by Peter. So thank you very much, Peter. Really appreciate you sharing kind of such a heavy-hitting tea in terms of both, hopefully, the quality as well as the price.
Okay.
Boom.
Yeah. You can tell boutique just purely based on how loose the leaves are and how big the leaves are in some sense. Not always, of course, but in this case, yeah, very lightly pressed. And have you had this?
I did. I had this for my big EU report.
Okay, gotcha.
And it's been a while.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Well, hopefully I can brew it okay. 2014 material.
Already failing.
Oh, no. So 2014, so... Okay. Yeah.
Smells very EU-ish.
Yeah. Pretty standard.
Yep.
Some good brown sugar on that a little bit.
I did, yeah. That's right on.
And you can see just from the leaves here, pretty green still.
Yeah.
So we'll see how this ends up tasting in terms of the cup. I like to push this for steeping just a little bit. I kind of oscillate between doing double and single rinses.
Yeah.
For my daily drinker stuff, I do double rinses.
Yeah.
I'm just just gonna get into it.
Yeah, I think that's totally fair. I often double rinse more than I used to too, just because I don't mind necessarily skipping that first steep.
Yeah, first nicer stuff, I'll drink that first steeping.
So you're gonna dump this one. Yeah, like a very. You could tell this used to be floral, but definitely getting a lot of sugar cane off that nose right there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. Maybe some just classic Ibu fruit as well.
Yeah,
and soft leaves.
Very kind of light color.
Yeah, to start. Yeah. Although we'll see how it brews out.
Yeah. Cheerio.
Cheers. Pip pip. Surprisingly bright.
Touch tangy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Not crisp, but like fruit. Yeah, tangy fruit.
And probably we should pay attention to kind of a minty, maybe even a mouth cool type thing that might happen here. I do get a little bit of the mouth cool going on there.
I'm getting a lot of fruit on this one.
Yeah, it's definitely younger than most of the teas I've been having recently. Very, very sweet.
Very sweet. I'm trying to place that
sweet
fruit.
And tangy. Yeah. Tropical?
It's definitely tropical. Something in there though. It's not like so. Papayas and mangoes can have that kind of like savory, almost peppery flavor. That's not this. The fruit note is not as strong on the Gaiwan, but in the cup it's quite strong.
Nose-wise, moving into a little bit more of a woodsy territory for me.
Yeah. Is it raspberry?
Having had a lot of factory teas recently, it's a little jarring going back to something that's a little bit more on the delicate side.
Totally, yeah.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers.
To your point, getting into the more rustic end of this, although we're so early on.
Yeah.
So sweet. It's nice.
Yeah.
It's nice. It's, we'll see how dynamic it is, but...
Yeah.
It's, the pro and con is like the kind of double-edged sword of these boutique teas is like, it's one-noted. Is that one note insane? Right?
Sure.
Oh my God, it's incredible. I'm getting so much of whatever peach core and like boom, it's a big deal.
Sure. Whereas
sometimes like it's one noted and it's like it's one noted.
Yeah. And I mean that does highlight kind of just one of the long-term trends of the kind of pu'erh industry, especially with boutiques, is how, you know, they used to be like, oh, this is an Iwu tea. Iwu is a big mountain. That could be a lot of different villages. Mm-hmm. So really what we're talking about back then is like hopefully a lot of different villages blended together, and so you're creating kind of a little bit more of an interesting layered taste.
Right.
And then as things evolve and happen, people start to get fixated on certain villages and stuff, and so the production size gets smaller and smaller, and so you can have that kind of dynamic where things aren't necessarily as well blended as maybe they used to be, and that could be good or bad depending on your perspective. For me, I tend to lean towards blends just overall, but there are definitely some singular notes that you can get out of these teas.
Yeah,
it does bring some interesting things to the table.
One of the YYT teas that I had tried had a fruity thing on it that I'm forgetting what it was, but it was just insane. And again, you just can't get that in factory tea, or like it's very rare to have something that's so kind of punctuated as one specific note. I'm pushing this one a little bit as the audience might know. I'm looking for saturation and color here. I think the actual flavor is solid, but we'll try to at least push it to get a little bit deeper. I could have maybe used a bit more leaf, but not too bad. This seems to me to be a pretty delicate tea. Maybe
the leaves are quite dark for how light the tea brews.
Yeah, a little stemmy.
Yeah.
Nice big leaves though. Yeah, that. Yeah, a lot of that kind of brown sugar on the nose, and then in the cup I'm getting a very strong fruity note. I want to say it's either raspberry or like blackberry fruit leather or something kind of like that.
It's not blackberry fruit leather, it's cherry fruit leather.
Really nice. Cheers.
Cheers. Now it's bringing out. Now it's starting to really taste like pu'erh. It kind of brings out that resinous activity.
Yeah.
Throughout this whole session, it's just been a little tart, which is kind of interesting.
Yeah.
I think it might just be the phase it's in.
I wonder. This is an interesting tea because 2014 material. So we're really not in the kind of like aged character of this tea yet. But to me, it's pretty soft already.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I know that we did get into more of the pu'erh flavor of it now, but it's still not punchy by any stretch.
Right. This is definitely not one I would necessarily pick to age.
Exactly. Kind of the question I was asking.
It's more or less, do you like drinking this?
Right now.
I mean, like, I think if you stored this in Taiwan, where I think this is probably from, for another 20 years, I mean, I don't know that you're going to get a super interesting tea.
Yeah, exactly. Which is kind of what when I look at these fancier ones, my hope is if it's expensive that I'm not drinking it every day and that it's going to last me 5 years.
Sure.
You know, like I calculated how many, I got those Iwus, right?
Yeah.
The Baohongyinji Iwus, and I calculated how many sessions it is, and I was like, okay, this is like...
A good amount.
Yeah. Like this is one where I don't have to worry.
Those are big fat cakes.
Yeah, exactly.
We like our big fat cakes.
Yeah.
They don't make cakes like they used.
I got...
500 gram chockers.
2 500 gram cakes, so so a whole host of sessions. All right. But yeah, I'm actually, to your point, I'm feeling a bit of the almost mouthfeel astringency of the pu'erh now. Ironically, this is one of those teas that I think is so straightforward and easy to drink now. It's almost like a good beginner pu'erh tea.
In a way, yeah.
Yeah, but
not a beginner price tag. Yeah.
Exactly. A little pricey for that, but
yeah. Cheers. Yeah, you know, I continue to like this tea, but I don't love it. It's just, I don't know. I don't know what it is exactly, but it's just not quite exactly what I would hope for.
There is a slightly roasted oolong character to this.
I could see that.
That I'm noticing now.
Like kind of dong-ding-ish.
Yeah. That's not off-putting, but to your point as well, this is, for me, a... So what does this cost? Before
I don't know, but I wouldn't be shocked if it is
$1
close to 4... No, I think it's more. I think it's close to 4 figures for a cake.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you to Peter.
Yeah, Peter.
Thank you, Peter.
It might have been, I mean, it might have been from a sample. I don't know.
Sure.
Yeah. I mean, Peter's always been a real generous guy.
Yeah, well, appreciate that a lot, man.
Yeah.
This, for me, is not the kind of tea that I would want to spend that much money on.
Yeah.
Yeah, personally.
Makes sense.
Now, is it worth trying to go and find a sample of? I'd say so, yeah. Figure it out, see what this is interesting to you. And I'm going to push this one a little bit and see if we can get some kind of really pu'erh out of this. But yeah, when I think of what I'm looking for on these teas, this is definitely kind of sample territory for me.
Yeah.
Nice to have a couple sessions of this, maybe throw it, have a true tea nerd come over and enjoy it together. But just in terms of would I be drinking this on a daily basis or even reaching for it? Probably not too much.
Yeah. It's a little young for my taste.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although now it's brewing up a little bit darker.
Yeah, but just taste-wise, too.
Yeah. And you tend to also to like a bit more of those darker, earthier,
It's true.
savory, maybe not savory, but like mineral-y base notes.
Yeah.
And this is definitely pretty bright.
Yeah, borderline funky.
Yeah, exactly. This is more tangy. This honestly kind of reminds me of like a really elevated version of the CNP 06 Iwi. That one has a lot more sourness and juiciness to it. This one is like a very nice.
Yeah, sure.
But
I can see it.
kind of.
Yeah, that one's like slightly more factory style, but it's still pretty approachable.
It's my favorite tea to have 4 sips of and then just toss. It's so cheap. It's so easy to just have a couple sips.
Yeah, you say that about this one.
No.
Of course, there's a dog.
Yeah, no. So I feel like when we're pushing it, we're just getting into more of that oolong wood.
Yeah.
Not like the basiness that I want out of this, like that like pu'erh.
Yeah, it's a little sour. It's a little woody.
Light.
I will say it is changing quite a bit, steep to steep. But yeah, I mean, I think it's good. Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah.
It's not. I don't. Yeah. How much would I pay for it? I don't know. Whatever. But it's nice. This is again for me kind of a tea that I would bring in a larger session context. I probably would not reach this just by itself. I think if I wanted to have something like this, I'd honestly just have like a roasted oolong or something like that.
Sure.
So yeah, not everyone is a pure win for everybody. This one for me, nice though, interesting. I don't have anything else to say. Subscribe.
Yeah. Wu-Tang?
Wu-Tang, click buttons.
Something like that.
Do the things. Send this to your dog's pet dog. It's dogs all the way down.
Yep. And next episode, we are back to the funk with some ripe.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Funky time.
See you next time.
Wu-Tang.
Peace.